before this whole thing of accepting my journey or my calling, I was ordained at the age of 19. I'm a pastor, a whole preacher of the gospel who has been transforming lives through the word. It can't be me. At that time, I had a misconception. I didn't understand that ubungoma buhambiselana nomkhuleko. Abazalwane vele ukukhohlakala
True.
banako. Lapha ngeke ngiyibalekelele.
Ayibanako vele.
Bakhohlakela abazalwane.
Very judgmental also.
But uyabona ebungomeni. Hayi hlala phansi. Hayi khona.
I know, trust me, ziyakhala.
Inyoka izangoma.
Simemezele nola osotho losodumazi.
Hi guys, we are back again ku Ubuntu Wisdom, and your one and only host Ubusi Magua. Today guys, I've got a very special guest, very dear to my heart as well. Uzosichaza yena ukuthi what is she exactly? She's quite an all-rounder. So I'm going to give it to her to introduce herself, who she is, and we'll take it from there. Hi sis.
Hello my friend. Ndithanda ukubulisa kuqala. I want to greet each and everyone that is under the sound of my voice. I go by the name Khanya Naledi Mankai Musowani. Khanya means light, Naledi means shine. Sorry, Khanya means shine, Naledi means star. Correct. So I normally refer to myself as a shining star.
Okay.
Born and bred in the very deep rurals of Mthatha, KwaXhosa, eXhokgane. In fact, kuXhokgane. Ndingunolali.
Okay.
Don't look at the flamboyance and assume that I'm from very beautiful beginnings. Lisuka kude.
All right.
Lisuke ebunzimeni. I am a proud Xhosa Sotho woman. Mama ngumXhosa, nguJola nguQenge bamthela umthwazi umfazi. Uzalwa ngumngwevu usikhoma urhudu umtshangisa. Uzala ngumpondo uhlahlakande mhlawumbe benda manze khona uponero into engakangishile. Ki Mosotho hape. Ki Mokwena wa Modibedi wa Mahameng. Umama katata ki Motaung wa Hlalele. Ngwana nthithi ya Morapedi, ngwana lebisi la kgomo. So hence I say I'm a Xhosa Sotho breed, if I can call it that way. Professionally, I am a PR and communication specialist, specializing in media and communication. Ngokwesintu ndiligqirha. There's a difference between igqirha nomngoma. Ndiligqirha ngoba ndihambe uhambo lwesiXhosa. I'm a healer as well. Ndisisangoma because nomnguni nomndawo ndimthwasile.
Okay.
And then I'm also a prophet because ndisiphakamisile isithunyo.
Okay.
Before this whole thing of accepting my journey or my calling, I was ordained at the age of 19. I'm a pastor operating in 2 offices. We have a teacher, we have a pastor, we have an evangelist, a prophet and an apostle. So I operate between the two. I'm an evangelist and a prophet as well. So ngaye ngagcotywa ke at the age of 19. Of course, I was trying to run away from the actual reality. So in a nutshell, that is who I am.
All right. So, thank you for actually honoring my invite and the way you introduced yourself. Always looking snazzy, beautiful as ever, a lady.
Yes.
So, I like the fact that you from a personal maukula and ebunyangeni igqirha and whatnot. Now, I think before we get to all of that, I want us to let's go back a mover. Uguti, you said ubuye eIlalini. How was it growing up? Your mother is Xhosa.
Yes.
Ubaba umSotho. So I don't know if your parents were married or
no, they were not.
They were never married. So okay, ukhulela kwaXhosa. Now ukhuliso ubani and asiqale lapho ukuthi ukhuliso ubani, and then how was the relationship dynamic between umama nobaba? Yeah.
Ndikhuliswe ngumama kamama.
Okay.
My grandmother, because by the time umama endifumana, she was very young.
Okay.
She was in high school.
Okay.
So obviously she had to be taught and guided on how to raise a child. and she had to complete her studies. I like the fact that she was determined. She was not defined by the tragedy of being pregnant at an early age as a teenager. She was 18 at the time.
Okay.
So ngikhuliswa ngumama, ubaba yena sekasebenza because he was quite older than umama.
Okay.
So njengoba umama engikhulisa kunye nomakhulu, and sure she frequently goes to school because she's still a learner.
Yeah.
So Umam Ngwevu, being my grandmother, is the one that actually took the whole responsibility of raising me as a child. Now, being raised by umakhulu, who had recently divorced, who was actually on the way of retiring from her teaching career, and who had just moved into a two-room ezilalini, trying to provide shelter for abantwana bakhe. I wouldn't say it was an easy experience, but I'd be lying to you if I said ndikhule kabuhlungu.
Okay.
No matter how difficult it was, but she tried so much to make it a point that, I'm getting emotional.
It's okay.
She tried. Like she tried. I always say, I pray that at least I become half of the woman that she was, with the strength that she carried, and with everything that she tried to do to make it a point that my upbringing is beautiful. Because in the streets of Umtata, nobody knew that I stay in a two-room, and all of that. But I knew. But I like the fact that ukuhlakanipha kwami, or the intellectual capacity that God gave me, it made me to fit wherever I was placed. Being one of the most academic students, being one of the most awarded students, a true mathematician, umuntu owaziwayo ukuthi wangenela competitions ezikanje, she's going to win, debate and whatsoever. So I wouldn't say I grew up easy, but what I can say is that the fact that I come from very humble beginnings, it is what gives me courage to keep on going, no matter how destructive life can be. So the communication between my mom and my dad, I like the fact that they were both matured. They decided that they are not going to be enemies, but they've got a child to raise. Because Utata was a teacher, Mom was a student. So their relationship, they co-parented very well, because I don't know the absence of a father. As much as Utata nangahlali naye full time, but my dad was present in everything.
That's good.
I'm told in Dokbana, as a child, because they're already separated, ngangigula ngisasemncane, mama phone, hey mntanakho uyagula, ngicela ukuthi uphuthume. When I see a polo, a maroon polo, ipake lapha estradweni, ngigijime ngiye kuyo, and it would seem as if umama was telling lies to ubaba ukuthi umntana bekagula. So that's basically how I was raised. Ndikhule kwikhaya elifudumele, elinothando, uthando lukamama, olukababa, nolukamakhulu.
Sure, that's very powerful.
Yeah.
So, are you the only sibling?
Well,
Child,
kumama,
I mean to say.
kumama ndim ndodwa. And then my dad has a second child, a boy. He's younger than me, so ndilizibulo lakhe.
Also, ay, umafungash.
Afungwash, funga mina.
I'm telling you. So obviously it means lokhanya losmaziyo simbonayo all the time was molded and shaped by umakhulu.
Thank you.
Phew. Yeah, it is deep. So when because I need to yasho ukuthi we elalini and from humble beginnings, and then now you're coming. But how's your relationship kahle with your mother? Because I get you were raised by your ugogo kakhulu, so which makes it more closer
To
ugogo than your mother. How was that relationship like?
Okay. Growing up, look, I used to be very scared of my mom.
Okay.
Angimsaba. Because she's not a woman that talks much when you go astray, when you make a mistake. Ukubheka kayi-1. Unelinye ilihlo nje ningalazi ukuthi linjani. And then wothuke ba yo shuthi khona into wrong engiyenza.
Le resting beach face
Uyayiva?
yakho nokuba nayo.
Yo, and nimfuzile because nami ndine-look yakhe.
I think I
So
know it.
uyajonga, and then you'd know, but okay, actually, I am definitely going astray, and akho into kahle. So back in the days, I used to be very scared of her. Because also, when she shouted at me, she never said a lot. However, kwazi igama lami bekayo. Athi Khanya? And then I'd know, but oh my God, hell is about to break loose. So my relationship with her back then, it wasn't it was good because I knew as a mother I'd be excited when she comes and all of that, but I wasn't very close with her. Everything was about umakhulu. Ngikhumbula mangilele naye ebusuku ngimvuse in the early morning hours ndithi andifuna ubuyela kumama. But over the years, it has grown to be such a beautiful relationship. I think when she permanently moved to Mthatha, when I was doing matric at the age of 18, that was in 2014, if Mthatha, that's when our relationship started to be, good and, vibey and all of that. Because I remember the very first incident that we had, we were planning my matric dance. So I think that's when we started to gel no mama, to know that this is a daughter and a mother. And therefore, we need to build this relationship. But now our relationship is good. She's my friend.
Okay, that's good.
She's my friend. Like I tell her everything. I also petition her. So we have a very good relationship. Then ever since my grandmother passed 3 years back, then the relationship escalated as well. It became the best of the best. We fight like any other mother and daughter because of course we don't see things eye to eye.
Yeah.
We differ according to our perception on things. We differ according to how we view life, and basically our lifestyle is totally different as well.
Correct.
So we do clash here and there, but I know my place and she also knows her place. And what I like about my mom, to wrap up your question, mama ngiyangihlonipha, nami ngiyamhlonipha. I always say to people, if you want people to respect you, you must also earn respect.
Of course, yeah.
Respect is not something that just falls from the sky. You earn it. So my mom, she's not the type that will take decisions for you. I believe that throughout the conversation, you'll understand what am I trying to say. She respects my decisions. She respects the fact that she thinks I am principled enough to make my own choices. And therefore, she does not question my choices. She supports whatever it is that I do.
Okay, that's beautiful. So manje, the loss of your grandmother, obviously, like 3 years ago, for someone that you were so close to, it's so dear to your heart. How did that affect you?
Yeah, it affected me so much because I remember for an entire year, I wasn't attending funerals.
Sure.
Not because I was restricted from attending funerals, but each and every funeral, when I think of a funeral and think of a coffin and everything, I'd be very traumatized. Ngikhumbula ngiluza umntwana 2 years back. So I remember saying to myself, yazi mangikhala, angisekho sure ukuthi kahle kahle ngikhalela bani. Angisazazi nokuthi ngikhalela umntwana or ngikhalela umakhulu. So what I'm trying to say is it has had a very bad impact on me emotionally.
Okay.
Ingenze for a very long time ngazifuna. I think somehow I lost myself.
Okay.
Let me be honest. I didn't think that there would be anyone. In fact, I still feel into yokuba akekho umuntu oyawuzandithande kanje ngaye. So I was asking myself so many questions into yokuba how am I going to fit into the society? Kubani la muntu ozoloku athi kimi keep going mntanami, no matter how rough life can be to you. Kubani la muntu that's going to keep on saying to me sanalika mama. So it had an impact on me because I felt like uthando lukamakhulu lami sezingiphinde ilifumane indawo. And I remember even saying to my mom, kwamna, even if uNkulunkulu angangibusisa ngabantwana, I don't think ndingaze ndibathanda ukudlula umakhulu wami. But now that is questionable.
Sisazofika ke lapho.
That's questionable.
Sisazofika lapho. So let's talk now about you spoke about Mawuqala, that you were ordained at the age of 19. Where does the church or let me say the church background or Christianity, or I'm not, I hope I'm saying it right.
You are.
Where does that come from? And maybe let's start there. Where does it come from?
It comes from being raised in a Christian home.
Okay.
It comes Makulu,
Okay.
yes. Even paternally, because as much as I was raised kulo mama, I was frequenting kulo tata during holidays, and they were also church people.
Okay.
So the principles that I carry, I don't want to necessarily say they come from the maternal side. They come from both sides because I was exposed to both worlds. Kakhulu futhi.
Okay.
I'd say 60% kulo mama, 40% kulo tata.
Okay.
Now, coming from a family, a spectrum of Christians, of people who make it a norm that xa silala siyathandaza. Masivuka siyalibonga ilanga lokuvuka. Siyambonga umphefumulo esamphefumulayo. Masidla siyabonga. When something great happens, we give gratitude. When the storms and hurricanes of life hit us, we seek counsel from God in humility. So I think being raised by those people, not just Umakhulu, I don't want to give her a lot of credit, yet other people also contributed towards my
Correct,
Christian values. It gave me a picture that actually everything is about God. Kuqala uThixo, kugcina uNkulunkulu, ngu-Alpha, ngu-Omega. Now, I remember very well at the age of 3, I'm told, I don't remember this practically. They are saying that nangendlela engangilithanda isonto ngakhona, ndandithanda uthatha iBhayibhile ngiyibhekise phansi. Thola ukuthi amagama abheke phansi. And kukhona uMay the Grace wesiXhosa uthi ufefele Nkosi Yesu Kristu budle nomoya oyingcwele. Ubukumkani bube nathi kude kube kunaphakade. Amen. So I never used to know the actual words. So mna nandiveske ndithatha iBhayibhile ndijongise ezantsi. And I would say ufele lo fele. Amen.
Yeah.
Which means there's something, according to what my mom tells me, she says, I grew up being a very different child.
Okay.
How I even empathized with people's situations.
Sure.
At the age of 3, if ngithintwa yinyembezi zomuntu ngamazi ukuthi umuntu ukhalelana, it meant a lot. So I grew up in that background. Ngikhumbula kahle for this Christian gift to be instilled so much in me. Sikhulele a New Apostolic Church.
Okay.
Ezicawe zakudala. Ezizigqoka ama-uniform.
Yeah, ngiyayibona.
So masikhulela khona. Umama had a friend, Andrea, may her beautiful soul rest in peace. She was a wife to a pastor. So bekhonza a Full Gospel Church of God, eMthatha. Now, I went to visit that church once and I fell in love with it.
Okay.
So umama yena wayenga yokhonza, she was just invited for a church service. But because I fell in love with the church, I continued even without her. Ngikhumbula kahle at the age of 10. Kimatha koStratong kiliyi-1.
Hebathong.
Ebusuku nasemini ngiloko ngiya laphayana ecaweni.
Sure.
That's how deep I was into Christianity and feeling that this church actually is a place whereby I would actually grow. So at the age of 10, loko ngiyahamba. Khumbula umakhulu amazangiqosa athi ayimari uhamba kakhulu. Ndibe ndiyazi ba mama okusalayo ndihamba into engekhoyo. Ndihamba isonto. I remember this one time, I was 12 at the time, during my 6th grade. It was in February, the 13th in Kumlagakl. There was a conference kwenye ilale kuthiwa kusemqwangqweni. You wouldn't be able to pronounce that. So I was invited there. Ecaweni yami, they loved surprises a lot.
Okay.
So I didn't know that on this specific day, the word of the day for that particular Friday, I'm the one that's going to be delivering it.
Sure.
All of a sudden, ngiyabona ngiyabizwa laphayana kuthiwa Sister Khanya, nguwe namhlanje osabela izwi. I was 12. I've never preached before. Angazi nokuthi ngizoqala kuphi. Of course, zikhona izscriptures engizaziyo off by head that a particular scripture is found in Psalms or whatsoever.
Yes.
But I never, really cared about that because I felt like that is for people that are older than me, not
correct.
myself. Not such an amateur. So I remember very well on that day. Of course, I've always loved class, but Danji, I was just, I was just a child. Hipster, preach. And then to my surprise, at 12, it was 2008. To my surprise, when I was done preaching, everybody was on their feet. Apostles, bishops, bekhala inyembezi ngithi hayibo nakwenzeka ntoni apha manje nami sengithukile ukuthi kwenzeka nami ngiyakhala anjo vele inyembezi zami seduze ngiyabuza ukuthi kanti kwenzeka ntoni la kanti the Holy Spirit came in a different dimension. Abantu they were shocked to see such a young girl eyenza ngolhlobo. And one thing about me, when I preached, I never used to stand in one place.
Move around.
Enye into move around mngana bengigijima bengithi ngila bengila bengigijima. I was radical. That's how they call it. They call it a radical preacher. So to answer your question, it started from there. This whole thing. Then I became groomed again into the word because they saw that this person can actually do this. I was groomed. I was given more platforms. Each and every time when they're gonna give offering, they'd ask me to preach for offering, to encourage people to take out their tithes and whatsoever. So that's where this whole thing comes from. It comes from when I was very, very young.
Yeah, that's very, very, very powerful. So I guess that's where the foundation, they laid that foundation
They
of
did.
Christianity,
They
and
did.
it grounded you. The kind that we see today, that's where it comes from. So again, now Siakula, then you are 19, then you get, at the same church, you get ordained at the same church.
No. Actually, I'm not going to say the same church, but I'm going to say by the same spiritual leaders,
Okay.
but combined with other leaders, because now I was no longer a local preacher.
Hey, but
I was going all over. Yonke indawo eSouth Africa. So, thola ukuthi I'm connecting spiritual leaders, and then they had a caucus above me apparently.
Okay.
Apostle Spofan, Apostle Viti, Bishop Nonjok. They all sat down and they decided that no, lo mntana kahle kahle masimgcobeni. So it was a decision that was taken without me knowing. Yes, I had dreams. I had symptoms. There was another thing that people don't know is that even for you to become a pastor,
Yeah.
uba ngumfundisi uyagulela.
Okay.
There are symptoms. There are things that happen to you that signify or that show that this person is supposed to undergo the calling of being umfundisi.
Okay. that's
So they
interesting.
caucused about me, and then they decided. So mna mangibiza on a conference in Cape Town, ndingayazi, I thought I was just genuinely there to preach. Kanti ndiyogcotywa.
Sure.
Then I was taken under training and doing all sorts of stages and whatsoever the case is for me to actually qualify ukuthi ngibe ngumfundisi ngikwazi uma phambi kwabantu.
Sure.
So
that's when the journey now started of
that's
you
where it started.
to preach for others. And so, okay, so
But
now
it
the
got-
Zwelo thing comes also from there, like the
Yes.
Ukulinga Khona.
Yes.
Okay, the anointed child.
Oh yeah, Eve.
Ay, nyayibona. So then tell me then, so that's now you were still staying in Mthatha at that time.
No, when I was ordained, I was doing my first year at Walter Sisulu University
Okay.
in PR and Comms. So by the time when I was being, like I was saying to you, I was no longer a local preacher.
Yeah.
Benibizwa kwindawo ngendawo.
Correct.
So I was in East London, but still I was traveling, delivering the word everywhere whilst I was in varsity. It never ended.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
it was disrupted at the age of 18, but I'll wait for you to get there.
So manje, okay, Ukanya leaves, Umthatha goes to varsity. Let's talk about Ukanya the student.
Kanya the student, Nkosi yami. Hey. Kanya the student. You know what? You'd be surprised when I would actually say to you, meaning into ekuthiwa stage angiyazi.
Okay.
And when I say into ekuthiwa stage angiyazi, I'm not being boastful. But I'm speaking the truth. Phambi kobuso bukaNkulunkulu. Angisazi mina stage.
Okay.
The same principles that I carried as a child,
Okay.
going through my teenage years and adulting as well, they remained the same. Kanya, the student, was the focused Kanya, the ever-praying Kanya,
Okay.
the Kanya that is scared of boys, the Kanya that is very rooted in churchly things, the Kanya that knows that she's here to attain a qualification and then she goes. But Ukanya that is friends with everyone. Everyone in the sense that I remember on my 21st birthday, my friends doing a speech basically, yo, usithandile lo muntu yet her lifestyle was so different from us. Sisela, sisenzani, sinama-boyfriends, siphuma, singena, sithini. Every single friend of mine had a rainbow of friends, people that were not like me, but they were my friends. Because I was not looking at their lifestyle or their different, journeys or whatsoever. There was something that I was benefiting from each and every one of them. So, Ukanya the student was reserved. I have a very shocking personality. Xa uqala ukunibona, spending a few minutes with me, you'd assume that I'm quiet. And I'm not quiet at all.
Angithi ndiyakwazi.
Ndiyathetha. But I'm someone who studies the environment.
Correct.
Even
yeah.
now, before this podcast, ukhona ababantu obamemileyo people. So baloko bayaxoxa laphayana nobaba. Baqale ngabathula ngabalalela. And then after a while, that's only when I started commenting.
Yeah.
Angazi nokuthi kuyithanda or angazi but
Ile nto leyana,
Ilaa nto
lethu
leya- Lesiyaziwabili.
That's right, it's over
So,
too.
I was that type of a person that when people saw me at a distance, they were like, yo, hayi mara mntana siyamoyika. mntana siyamoyika and you know I've always been umuntu oziqokelelayo
Othini sisi?
uyabona.
Uyalahlela.
So yeah, uKhanya the student was a fashionista that I'm not gonna run away from. Bengisaziwa ngelapho esikolweni.
So azange ungene nje in trouble, nothing.
Zange.
Really?
Angiyazi trouble mna
Hayibo.
gogo Mahlathini. Angiyazi.
Sure.
Angikaze ngashaya ekhaya ukuthi angibuyanga, ngaze ngathola endaweni egrova kuyo. Angiyazi trouble mina.
But then tell me, at what point do you feel like you experienced being a child? Like how other kids were? I know you said you grew up different. I'm asking this in relation to what you are just saying, Manj, which you were never in trouble and whatnot. So then it makes me question, Guti, do you feel like maybe you skipped a stage sobuntwana?
I did. Oh yeah, I did. And I don't want to say negative people. Kunabantu abathi, the fact that in your life there's never been a part whereby you were tempted to do things or be a child or just live as an adult. Because even in my 20s, angicabanga ukuthi ngiyaphila or ngiphilile angazi ngizoyibeka kanjani.
Yeah, ngiyakuthola.
But yes, there are moments where I feel like, but I should have, loosened up a little bit. Because even now as a healer, to a certain extent, there are certain things that I am not doing or that I'll never do because I'm still holding on to the principle that I was given in salvation. So, kahle ngiphila nginonembeza. Mhlambe ngizofa naye angazi. Whenever somebody does something stupid, I'm sorry to use that word. Yeah. My mind does tell me that actually, as a human, you are supposed to retaliate. Uyilwele na uyiphindisele, but I can't.
Okay.
So unembeza wami nguye engicaba ukuthi nguye owenze ukuthi izinto eziningi ngizibalekele.
So your friends never judged you ever sithi ukuthi wena maybe uzenza ngcono?
Of course
or
they
you're
have.
Stuck up?
I remember this when I was in high school, a teenager. But elalini yamaze bangihleba bathi ayilungi na boyfriend should noba yi-lesbian
amantombazane.
Yonke lona. I have been judged. There has been so many misconceptions about me. Ngikhumbula because in varsity I also joined politics. Okay. At some point I was in the SRC of the university. Okay. So cabake opresident bethu babe bengifungele ukuthi njengoba lo mntwana kuthiwa akaqome umuntu thina uzosiqoma. Omunye ngangimbiza ngegama waze wabheja nomuntu ngemali. Athi uzokubonisa ukuthi lo mntwana ngizomqoma, wathi uzomnikeza 3,000. But that never happened. Do you understand? So baze bangiphi igama bathi ngimcomrade Buti. Ngoba ngine tendency yokuthi wonke umuntu ongathi ufuna usonela kimi ngithi kuye Buti. Ufuna ukumbonisa ukuthi angikho lapho ngiyakuhlonipha. Do you understand? So yes, there was a misinterpretation and words as well that say hayi lo uzasixaka maseke emdala. Sizobona ngaye because she skipped the destructive pattern.
Correct, yeah. That's what a lot of people would say.
Batsho kanjalo. Even I remember my cousin usiyasanga athi abona wena uzawuthi ma una 40 uzobudaka
ushokha abantu.
Usiya ushona phansi. So I'm waiting for that because they said when I'm 30 now. Ufuna ubona ukuthi ingiphatheleni unembeza wami uthi uzofa owenze kanjani.
So then fine, you were ordained. At what point now ubunyanga bungena kuphi manje? How did that come about?
If you remember ndikhe ndathi kuwe as much as I was ordained at 19 at 18 some distraction came. Khona nje into eyenzeka.
Okay.
Ngikhumbula kahle when I was doing matric in 2014. The first dream, very, very first dream that I had. Ngizoqala la ubaba ozala umamami. Inyanga ligqirha.
Okay.
So I used to support him because the Bible says hlonipha uyihlo nonyoko.
Correct, yeah.
So ukuhlonipha has no boundary. If umakhulu okanye utamkhulu whichever elder in the family undergoes a particular process, I have to respect. So amagqirha eqhela ukuba khona ekhaya and they would clap hands, baxhense benze yonke into. And I would celebrate and be happy as well. I didn't know what they were doing, and because I love music and I love art. So I'd be inspired by how they dress up. I'd be inspired by basically, how they indlela baxhensa ngakhona, konde abantu benza kamnandi. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was just supporting. And then whenever they were going to partake of umqombothi, ngokwesiXhosa kuthathwa ibhekile wonke umuntu asele umqombothi aphuze umqombothi. So they knew that I'm not going to partake in that, but they knew that I'm going to be there. My presence is going to be there. So At the age of 18 now, in matric, ngiphupha kugcwele ubuhlali la inqenzo. Inqenzo is
Yeah.
this part.
Yeah, I get you.
Obumhlophe. Stuck on my head. I'm trying to pull these beads out of my head. As boom, bangat. Hi, as boom in the dream.
Sure.
Bangathi ndifuna ukuyikhandla phansi ngenhloko ukuthi ezi zinto ezimaziphume kum hayibo aziphume. Of course I was traumatized because I've never dreamt of anything that is like that. In the morning I called my grandfather before I went to school. Ndithi tamkhulu yabona ke ezi zinto zakho zanilandela ke. He laughed. Ndithi hayi tamkhulu into zakho ezi.
Yeah.
Why kumele ziphutshwe ndim?
Yeah.
Ahleke utamkhulu. He never answered me. He just laughed. I'm told that he called my mom and he said Dalandacho. But he did not have the guts to tell me that.
Sure.
So I just ignored it. Then, futhi kwenzeka something else. Now, after that dream, whenever I saw a sangoma in the streets, angibaleka. Ithi sangoma sangapha, mina ngihambe ngapha. Sithi masiza ngapha mina ngifuna ukuhamba ngapha. I was traumatized, I was terrified. Not because they looked ugly or because bebethusa, because it's not every sangoma that looks true. Yaphela la nto yokuthi izangoma zithwala inkukhu enhloko nani. No. They were decent people, but I just did not want to see a bead and someone dressed in a way that is not like other people. I remember this one time, because she was a prayer warrior. Did you get mama? Because I addressed her as a mom. Mama, cela ukuthi undithanda ziba mina xa ndisiya esikolweni andifuna ubona izangoma. So makhulu wami is like, but mntanami lonto leyo it's impossible. I can never pray about that because obviously xa uhamba endleleni uzodibana nazo. Ndababaleka. So nje manje ndiya-ordainwa vele kodwa sendiqalisa ubaleka. Remember I'm saying it happened at 18.
At 18
so
and you're
by the
ordained
time
at
I'm being
19.
ordained, sendiqalisa ubaleka. Sendiqala ubona uba wonke umuntu ongathi unukela bobunyanga angifuni usondela kuye. Ngiyabasaba ngenhliziyo yami yonke. Ngisaba namanzi kakhulu. Ngenye indlela nje yothusayo. Then my dreams started to be, more frequent, intense, deep, and all of that. Then I knew that khona ukushaya amanzi.
Okay.
I'll end there for now.
So then, fine, you've been ordained, then the dreams are there. At what point you accept the calling? Now, uthi they've gotten out of hand now. Things are getting out of hand.
Mkhulu Mahlathini. Ayikho isonto engazange ndilihambe. Ndithi ndifuna uyocima lento because ayikwazi, it can't be me. A whole preacher of the gospel who has been transforming lives through the word. Athi gqise isithi ndiyinyanga. No, it can't be me. Andikwazi. At that time, I had a misconception. I didn't understand that ubungoma buhambiselana nomkhuleko.
Yes, correct.
I thought that izangoma vele azikhuleka. Mara still it was confusing because utamkhulu wami wayekhonza Israel. Leya cawe baxhumaxhumayo. Bajampa.
Yeah.
So I knew that he respects God, and I knew that there's not even a single time whereby he said he's not going to pray or whatsoever. But I just did not have a clear understanding of how these worlds operate.
Sure.
So I was skeptical and andiqondi uba le nto ihamba indlela eyi-one. So I went to different churches. Oh my word, angazi ngabeka izandla kangaphi. I remember calling my spiritual mentor from Ghana, Betty Yeboah. She's from Ghana. Ngithi kuye, no, can you fast on my behalf and beg God? Maybe God will hear you. Ngathi mina akazangizwa. Cela ukuthi le nto isuke kimi. Amaphupha ngaleso sikhathi ayaqhubeka. Sengibiza nangamagama ke manje la emaphupheni. Abantu mabengibona esitradweni, abantu ngimncane kangakanani ngaleso sikhathi. I mean 19, 20 year old umntana and I have a baby face, so my age has always, spoke against. I mean, my face has always spoke against my age. So, ndiyenza yonke loo nto leyo. And then up until, in fact, let me go back a little bit. As much as I was, all over the place, preaching, being involved in different organizations, community work and whatsoever, I was a very sickly child.
Okay.
Ngifuna nje ubuyela lapho, angifuna uvenge ngiye kuyo straight.
Yeah.
I was a very sickly child. I remember between the age of 14 and 18, I never used to write my June exams. Angive ngigule makumele ukuthi ngifunde ngibhale June exams. I'd be admitted for different things. It's bronchitis, pneumonia. It's cyst in the ovaries. The ovaries zami zithatha cyst zenzeni ovaries zami. Sinini it's appendix. Sinini. So it was just different things.
Kuningi.
Ukubona. But I never paid attention to those things. I felt like, wait, it's part of being a person.
Yeah.
I'm sick because I'm human. I did not know that they are yielding me towards a particular direction. And then also, ngikhumbula kahle ke ngoku on this last episode whereby I actually surrendered and said, nah, shayile manje. I was writing my very, 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 very last paper after a research methodology in honors. So, ngikhumbula kahle, my topic was Fourth Industrial Revolution. Ngikhumbula kahle, but research was based on that. So it was after the research, and then emveni koko ngabhala my last exam, Communication Studies. Ngikhumbula ngibhale exam ngihleli ngeyibuni in Amalinda because at that time ekhaya babese bengiqashele indawo yokuhlala because esikolweni when you are done with a degree you are not funded and whatsoever, so uyazibona uhlala phi nani.
Okay.
Because it was a different course, a higher course.
Yeah.
So ngihlala ndodwa ke Amalinda, but umakhulu wami had already moved in with me East London because I was already starting to be sick, so I could not be alone. So ngikhumbula kahle on this day, okay, ngiloko ngibhala ama-exams ngihleli phansi nani bendenzela exceptions for me to put on passwords and write the test so that yonke lonto, okay, fine. I remember on this particular day, ngikhumbula kahle ngalelo langa lakhona, kwakungo-12 ebusuku. Ngihleli, mangithi ngiyathi hayibona kumlomo wamejika. My mouth twitched to an opposite direction.
Hayibo,
Umlomo wami wazala.
ngathi stroke.
Yebo. Manje umakhulu wami uyamangala ukuthi hayibo. Kwenzakalani? She's shocked, and umakhulu wami she was very soft and very calm. So she's shocked. Uyothuka, but obviously she cannot scream because she doesn't have the voice to scream.
Yeah.
Uyaphuma, uya kwabo makhelwane. Uyabachazela ukuthi nangu umntana engixakile ukujije umlomo. Mabefika bazama ukumjija back umlomo ukuthi abuyele back to its normal functionality, akajika umlomo. Okwethe manje ngikhulumela la kule ndawo and the body is shaking. I was rushed into hospital. Luckily, I was on a medical aid. I was rushed into hospital. Mangifika, they said it's a conversion disorder. Manje mabe describe a conversion disorder, bayatsho into okubana it is something that is common, but not to people at my age. It is a trigger. It is a minor stroke of some sort, but it happens to people that are way older than myself, not umuntu ongakanga. So ngahlala ke esibhedlela for some time. I remember very well being faka Ativan, another pill that you insert under your tongue, so that azobuyisela back the mouth and everything. Ngahlala for some time, and then I came back. Pinda futhi lento yaphinde yenzeka, and lento ke yenzeka ngo-12 ebusuku in the midnight. So ngathi, you know what, ngafone. I remember on that day it was at 12 midnight again. I called my mom and I said, ngondingakwazi uthetha ngokumlome lapha. Ngamfonela ngathi ndicinga uba ixesha lokuba ndiye egqirheni okanye esangomeni lifikile. I think the time for me to go and consult has come. My mom tells me that she was sleeping and she stood ebhedini noma ngeenyawo out of shock uba mina ndonke njengoba bengitshilo ngathi umamama umuntu ongihloniphayo. As much as she's always wanted ukuthi ngihambe ngiyosabela ukuthi kwenzakalani, but she's never forcefully imposed a belief kum. So she was waiting for me to actually say to her, you know what, the time has come. Ngatsho kuyanti ngicela ungise egqirheni. Wangisa egqirheni elalingu arts and culture teacher wami back in high school, Mr. Fatyela. Ngathi ngena wathi hayi umhlekazi moslo. Mntanami ulindeni? Athi hayi Mr. Fatyela uzikhulumele zakhe. Ngahamba ngaye KZN lapho uqhamuka khona. eHammersdale.
Unamanga wena.
Mangifike eHammersdale ugogo wakhona. Bathi ungogo kodwa yaphenduka bengumkhulu. Ezinto ziyangiconfuse ukuthi kanjani umuntu ongumfazi bengumkhulu nani. Hayi ngaya mangifika, lo gogo wabiza amathwasa wakhe wathi ucela ukuthi kushaye isigubhu. Uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini? Wabiza abantwana bakhe bedlozi. Ucela ukuthi kushaye isigubhu ngizohlola. Nabantu beshaya isigubhu ngizohlola. Bashaye isigubhu. Ngizohlola. Gogo waqalisa ukugida. Angazi nokuthi ungena emoyeni okanye into zama-cosmos they are
correct.
Angiwazi kahle. Mara wenza not bekangafahlameli, ku-discourse.
Isikhosi
Baqeda lapho wahlala phansi vumani bo in angazi mhlawumbe wayengihlola. Mara into engiyikhumbula ngaze ngakuvusela amakhosi wakhe. Into engiyikhumbulayo wathi make khuluma wathi isikhathi lo mntana sifikile. And if uloka thatha isikhathi uzoshona. Ngihamba nomakazi wami ohlala eDurban uNororo. Umakazi wami wakhala yo hayi ungihlola lo. Hayi saphuma nomakazi ndathi makazi angeke. this thing has to be reversed. Ngikhumbula umakazi engisa komunye umuntu ngingazi nokuthi ngwase Nigeria okanye ngowaphi. Mara lo muntu lona mnyama. Hayibo. Usuka nje angazi kodwa from these African countries.
Yeah.
Ngiyoyi reverse ngifundithi kuye maka
reverse.
Mangiya lapha yana mangifika lapha yana lo baba Nkosi yami. Wangibonisa efonini yakhe isithombe esinezinkukhu ezihlinziwe esinegazi nani. Engibonisa ukuthi this is the ritual that we have to do. Manje ngiyambuza ukuthi manje ubani nomela ukuthi ahlinzele izinkukhu?
Yeah.
Because oqanya yeke inkukhu.
Yeah.
But ngibona negazi manje kwenzakala ngilegazi. What is going on? Uya explain again to no, you're going to buy chickens and then we're going to kill these chickens and uyayicacisa lento yakhe ukuthi kwenzakalani. Manje mina ngiyazibuza ukuthi mina shuthi yimi lo.
Yeah.
No, you have to come with 5 rand coin in kwathi ngqona. Yazi ngathi umakazi ke ngelo xesha nje menihambisa emagqirheni okanye ndihambisa ezangomeni usindisiwe yena self she's a born again Christian, so she's also surprised.
Yeah.
Hava ngaye sekathi lapha silapha endumbeni yomuntu wabantu lakhona kumnyama ungena kwenye indawo engathi ingaphansi angazi kanjani mara ungena ngaphansi. Dava ngomakazi sithi fire in the name of Jesus ndabe ngiqonda Thixo umakazi ukhuluma zona ngcono sihambe siphume. Ayisaphuma nomakazi asithana zange endleleni ebuyela endlini yakhe eAdams enhlala eAdams asikhuleka ngendleleni yo saze sangena kwi territories engamelanga ukuthi singene kuzo. Hey, manje umakazi has to give a report back to my mom because umakazi who insisted that I should come to KZN. Maybe I'll get help because she's heard that a KZN kuyasizwa kakhulu. So my aunt has to give a report to my mom ukuthi kwenzekeni. Umtshela ngale yakagogo lo oye wathi mangifika eDamakhosi.
Yeah.
Le yalomuntu wase Nigeria okanye whoever we went, she didn't touch on that because we were both ashamed of ourselves. Yo yini lesenzile. Yo gogo. Hayi akunandaba ke dagoduka ke mangigoduka hayi ngaqala ke manje ngaphupha utadomkhulu wami ubaba kaMama lo ngithi ngaye ngamfonela mangiphupha lo baphambula ngimtshela ukuthi nazi izinto zakho ngizoyandilandela. So I started dreaming of him. I remember the first dream I had athi mangikhuluma mangikhumbula kahle in the dream he addressed me as umkhwetha.
What does that mean now?
Umkhwetha yithwasa ngokwesingoni. So esixhoseni sithi ngumkhwetha. So athi yes mkhwetha. So ngiyamfonela ekseni ndithi amkhulu yazi in a dream you did not address me by my name.
Yeah.
Uthe kumkhwetha. So for him it's a continuation of what I told him before.
Correct.
Ukuthi I'm dreaming of beads ezila enhloko. Uthi hey his response was hayibo mzukulu sendikubuza umkhwetha nango wabuza uyamazi umkhwetha intoni? Then ke intoni athi it's an initiate. And strangely I wasn't angry. Okay. I already understood that okay shuthi khona into engingayazi ukuthi yini. Hayi ke aqala ke manje ukuxhuzula. Qala ngama epileptic fits ama epileptic episodes ngapha ngithi ngihambe emall ngiyafeinta ngiyawa ngenzani. I was like no, the time has actually come for me to accept this calling. Ngingayazi noba kwenzakalani ngayo. But what gave me a satisfaction within is the fact that I am dreaming of my grandfather.
Okay.
Which means that he is the one that has to take me through the journey. So I was happy.
Okay.
Angena ke kanjalo. Kwabe kuqala kohambo lwami.
So wangena
kutamkhulu. Not because I wanted to.
Yeah, no, I understand you. Okay.
And then ekungeneni kwami kutamkhulu. I remember on the second month of iphehlo utamkhulu wangixosha ephehlweni lakhe because beningafuna uvuka ekseni. I didn't understand why manje sekamele ukuthi transition from being a grandfather into being a very strict person ozofuna ukungishawuda athi mele ngigeze ngentelezi ngo4.
How?
I didn't understand. Angisho I was still fragile. I'm still new in the journey, so I'm not understanding the strict nature of it. Hayibo kwenze njani? But I had to, ngahamba ke abhadula umhlaba wonke. Ngaze ngayofikela nakomunye ugogo angeke ngimbize ngegama. Usazi why? But ngangayi kuye lo gogo because of the fact that ngangimphupha. But I felt like, my back was nyana, shortcut nyana, noko ungumuntu wemedia and whatsoever. Shuthi uhambo lwami.
Uzosheshisana.
Mnandi. Sengingenile ke ngesixhoseni. Stage sokuqala sengisiqedile.
Okay.
Until I dreamt of a man that I've never seen in my life. Emude baba khona. Emnyama baba khona. Gqoke ezinye izinto nje. At that time manje ngangazazi ukuthi yini. Mara manje mangithi ngiyayibhekisisa kahle wayigqoka into zepalo. but ugqoke iskirt instead of ibhlukwe ne-shirt yakhona.
Okay.
And la ekhanda ufake ayingomnqwazi but khona into ayifakile la ekhanda ngazi ukuthi describe
I think
kanjani. Yes. Okay. Ngibona ama-culture brown. Bona igate, ngibona yonke into. Hayibo. I don't know this person, but I keep on dreaming of this person. Aphinda nyamalala emaphupheni wami. Lokho ngiyasiphupha ke manje ngene eholweni. Ihholo linabantu abaningi. Mangena ngaphakathi they say thokoza gogo. Imagine sengikulo ithongo limhlophe. So manje why sengiphupha abantu abathi thokoza gogo because ethongo limhlophe asithi thokoza gogo. Kuthiwa cha mama.
Of course, yeah.
So I did not understand. I felt like this whole thing is causing confusion. Bakanti kwenzeka ntoni why manje ngithi ngila ngathi manje ngizode kuthiwe ngiqamba manga bengithi ngiphupha le manje sengiphupha le hayi ngiloko ngibona hayi it has in okay shuthi khona le mangithi ngiyaqala ukuyixoxela utamkhulu wami uthi tamkhulu I'm having these dreams now because they say each and every dream you must share with your gobela.
Correct, yeah.
Mangikhuluma naye hathi hayi nganzile into zokuthakatha eMthatha or Eastern Cape there is a misconception about ithongo libomvu.
I was about to say ukuthi yeah.
Ibanga wangitshela kahle athi bazawuthatha umgubo bakudlise wona bese uzobona sewuhlanya la ekhanda udobha amaphepha estradweni. Athi hayi ungantshela into zokuthakatha. And I kept on having these dreams. That I noba vele into zokuthakatha. Dayeka, but I kept on having these dreams. Ngaphinde ngamphupha lo baba futhi hayibo lo baba wenza ntoni? Baba umde omnyama. Hayi akunandaba. Manje sengimphupha ngathi mina ngiguqe phambi kwakhe ngithokoza. Nayo uyangithokozisa back. Hayi ngizomthola kuphi? Ngimazela kuphi kuqala? Okokuqala abantu bethongile nje mina utatomkhulu wami ungitshele ukuthi la ekhanda azithathi kahle. Manje ngizomthola kuphi? Ngathi ngenye imini there's a group that was on Facebook called African Spirituality. That is a group of spiritual people.
Yeah.
I don't want to say traditional healers because life is not just about traditional
Correct,
healers.
yeah.
It was a spiritual platform for everyone to share ideas and whatsoever. Mangifika lapho kule spiritual African spirituality nga-accept they approved me as an admin wakhona and then I started posting my content as well and all of that.
Yeah.
I remember there's a picture of mine, I think you've seen it. Trenda kakhulu. Lapho trenda kakhulu abantu beloko beyibona and all of that because I had posted it there. So at that time that group was very dominant. It was all over.
Okay.
The other time kukumene umuntu oposta a post and then kube khona lo mkhulu o replyayo. So I was drawn to the humility, ubuhumble, the response yalo muntu. Uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini gogo Mahlathi emkhulu Mahlathini ngithi unomuntu owaposta a post on that group. Then there was a response on the responses that spoke to me because of how humble the person was. Ma ephendula.
Sure.
So I was interested to know ba umuntu obuya kuphi lo humble kanje. Mangithi ngiyangena on the profile yalo muntu anje Facebook exposes you to that.
Yeah.
Andithi hayi ngithi ifone yami ngayilahlela phansi ukuthuka was shocked. Hayibo. Nangu mos lo muntu ngiloko ngimphupha. Exactly the same features and when I scroll on his pictures the outfit that I saw ikona on the pictures it's like no this can't be real. No ayikho I loko ngiignore but nga-screenshot the person's profile. Then ngenye imini ngingayazi ukuthi kwakwenze njani ngambhalela. Dokoza mkhulu kunjani? Ngicela ukuzohlola. Ngiyaqala ngaleso sikhathi ukuhlola kumuntu owekelinye ithongo. Then ngahamba ke ngayohlola. Mangifika ngiyohlola kwatholakala ukuthi vele there's a calling. And manje lo calling yami ayihambi nethongo elimhlophe kuphela. Khona namango namanda. Khona elibomvu, khona elimhlophe. And manje leli libomvu liyakhalaza, linesikhwele.
Kakhulu ya.
Lokuthi ngathi unake amacama akho kuphela, nathi
sikhona.
Then that's where I got to be mentored into ugodela wesibini umkhulu Letsatsi.
Okay. So that's how you got to Joburg now?
No, that's not how I got to Joburg. Mina mangize Joburg bengazelanga kuthwasa. I came for career purposes.
Hebathon.
I had story some when gogo Mahlathini ukuthi I did not go into detail on every age but age when I was 20 that mana 22 that mana eminyaka just when I graduated from my honors at the age of 22 mangiza la eJoburg mina I had came because I had got an opportunity at Publicis Group Africa as a public relations intern. So nje mangifumana this opportunity already I'm in the journey.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
Me coming to Joburg had got nothing to do with the journey. It had everything to do with the fact that I wanted to advance my career. So long as lezi zinto zingithola khona
Ulana.
ngila. Because I remember the time ngiloko ngiphupha lo mkhulu uTsatsi, ubaba
Yeah.
uTsatsi. Ngise Albertine. I'm working at Voltex
Yeah.
as a marketing coordinator.
Yeah.
Ndansen permanent already, but
Yeah.
yangikhiqiza lapho. Kwakumele ukuthi ngiyosabela ubizo. So this journey caught me whilst I was trying, you know, to build my life or to build myself, because every parent has a goal or an ambition or a hope yokuthi umntwanakhe is going to be something. Utatamge is one person who believes in education. Both my parents. In fact, I come from
I was about to say,
I come
yeah.
from a family of learned people. So everybody wanted to see the career girl. And God had a different chapter for me altogether.
So now so kwa Kamaku, what is your spiritual name lapho?
Nomakhosi.
Unomakhosi, okay. Bese kwa Thokoza.
Nguvelile elezindawo nguChendemeza.
Okay.
Elesithunywa nguMalihlo Honolo.
Oh, okay.
Elesuthu likhona kodwa ke angithandi ukuthi ngilikhulume because angikakasiphethe isuthu.
Okay.
Ngisakolota. But selavela ukuthi uba. Sekuningi.
So right now, so you've got different offices now that you've mentioned. So because the dominating one was the Christianity one.
Thank you.
And I think most of us, I'd say siqale lapho. We were
Christian.
Christian.
Lapho now.
Phela you think umnyanga is just ubuthakathi phela, you know?
Yeah.
So now you are so cede uCamaku, so ngena kuThokoza. Now you are done with both of them. But I also saw at some point, I think abathi nintwaza ngithi kwaCamaku or something like that, you had to go back home uyocedelela esinye isigaba.
Yes.
And then come back now, you are igqirha eliphelele manje. Ngapha uvelile nayo so ucedile. But now, would you say there's a dominating spirit, yeah, out of all these? Ngoba ngithi so wenzele wonke umuntu. So manje, which one would you say is the dominating one?
I'd say Isithunywa is the most dominant one. Maybe because of my background.
Correct, yeah.
Or because of my mentality.
Okay.
Telling myself that in whatever it is that I do, I don't want to shift from who I was before.
Okay.
I don't feel in Doba, I spent 13 years for nothing. I feel like it was an investment. So maybe it also has to do with my mentality. I think Isithunywa is dominant, but there's a but to that.
Okay.
I feel like they are concurrently operating together.
Okay. Yeah.
How? I normally say, uCamaku is the evangelist.
Okay.
Uphuma ngaphandle ayongilobela amafish.
Okay.
Angikhangelela abantu.
Okay.
Idlozi lesiCamaku yilo eling-exposayo.
Oh.
Kakhulu. Nelingidonsela abantu.
Okay.
Nelingifikisa kwamasango engangicabanga ukuthi ngaze ngifikele kuwo.
Okay.
Bese elilibomvu ling-operations manager within the company.
Okay.
La abantu balotyiwe liCamaku ukuthi bangene ngaphakathi.
Okay.
Angisho lona liyalapha.
Yeah.
Angisho lona lazi imithi.
Correct, yeah.
Angisho lona lenza insebenzo.
Correct, yeah.
Angisho lona liyahlola lenza konke. Ling-operations manager.
Okay.
So they work concurrently. uCamaku goes out there
Okay.
and puts me in platforms like this. If
Sure.
it wasn't for uCamaku, I wouldn't be seated like this. Li curious iCamaku lami ithanda izinto. Kakhulu. Ithanda izinto. Ithanda izinto. Bese umnguni nomndawo ugrounded.
Kakhulu, yeah. Yeah.
Ukhulumela phansi.
Yeah.
But uyasebenza.
Yeah.
Ubonakala ngemisebenzi yakhe.
Correct.
So I feel like that is basically the role that abogobela bam they play. Utamkhulu
Sure.
nomkhulu Letsatsi, who is currently umyeni.
Wathola umyeni. Kwaba i-dark ginger,
Asuka.
ne-yellow bone, black coffee, yaba i-white coffee. But then now, how has that been now? Like the dynamic of you, uthwasiso babakho, then ngapha. Like how does it work though?
The
It's
one
not
of-
challenging sometimes la ukuthi
The
he's
one
always
of-
ubaba yena.
The one
Uyakhohlwa
of-
ukuthi umfazi.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You know, because I don't know, I'm just thinking ukuthi how does that work, because ubaba wakho asedlozini aphinda abe umyeni wakho, So how does that work? Is it not sometimes challenging ukuthi
Sometimes-
things ukuthi wena uhlezi nje
Sometimes challenging is an understatement. It is very challenging. Especially ekuqaleni.
Okay.
It was very challenging. Angisho ma ungumntwana wedlozi
Correct.
or operator phansi komuntu.
Yes.
Yours is to obey.
Yes.
Yours is to be obedient.
Correct,
Yours is
yeah.
to take instruction.
Yonke into thokoza baba.
But now there becomes a problem. Amathongo ke manje, ngisho manje sewuphumile
Yes.
in being governed.
Yes.
Ngihlala ngithi the reason why umuntu ehamba ayothwasa bese ahambe ayoba nesigodlo sakhe ayimele. They were avoiding problems that might arise
Correct, yeah. True.
because there can never be two bulls in one kingdom.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So the reason why umuntu mayiqeda ukuthwasa ahamba ayoyimela esigodlweni sakhe kwenzela ukuthi laphayana ayiphathe
Hey,
enze ngendlela amadlozi wakhe amambulela ngakhona.
correct, yeah.
That's the reason why umuntu engahlala ephehlweni forever.
Yes.
Because if ever bekuhlalwe ephehlweni forever nkosi yami ngeke kuzoba nzima kakhulu. Because namakhehla phela yabusa afuna kufunayo.
Too much.
Now it was challenging. This is a very labona le podcast yakho. There's something special about it because
Okay.
I'm seeing myself being very open. I'm seeing myself saying things that I've never said or bringing realities that I normally don't talk about. Anyway, that was just a passing
gonna-
comment.
I hope Baba doesn't mind.
No,
Sorry.
no. Now,
Angasibulali, sorry.
Now, the dynamics were not easy. I'm not going to lie. Because now, umthetho says, makwenzeke ngohlobo.
Yeah.
Or imfundiso yakhe ithi, kwenza ngohlobo.
Yeah.
Or impande, umthetho
Ithi.
waye, uthi, makwenze ngohlobo. Kodwa ithongo liya-oppose.
Sure.
Mina, ngiphuphe ezinye izinto that are additional to what was already, installed in me as an initiate. Now, having to convey those messages to him, uba, look, mna ngitshelwa ukuthi amathwasa amele ngenze kanje ngawo.
Yes.
Or ngitshelwa ukuthi mele ngenze kanje.
Yes.
It, to a certain extent, it did cause, a bit of friction.
Fiction. Okay.
Because I feel like sometimes I was not believed. But ndibe ndiyazi mina into yoba this is what I was told or what I was instructed. So to a certain extent, it I don't want to lie, it doesn't come easy to answer your question.
But as expected, I guess.
Yes. And also remember, just by virtue of being a woman, the Bible talks of submission. Ezinye izinto ubone ukuthi yazini for peace sake or for the sake of ukuthi umsebenzi womnyango uqhubeke, ithi ngivume. It's okay. But I think over the years of working together or of being together, uNkulunkulu has calmed the storm down.
Lovely.
Because ngoku he understands that
Okay.
nanje mele kwenzeke kanje.
Okay.
I think it's also important how I approach him when I speak of into eze ngokwethongo.
Okay.
And we work very well together in
Yeah, I've
raising
seen.
abantwana bethongo. And I like the fact that he understands his position. Ukuthi yena uyigedla. Ufundisa abantwana ngemithi.
Yeah.
Mna I'm a soft skills facilitator. I make sure that
balance.
bayakwazi ukuhlola. I make sure ukuthi strategies zokulapha zonke bayazazi. I'm the one who pays attention to those little details. Then yena he goes deeper than myself. Ukubona. So that's why I'm saying uNkulunkulu namadlozi have got into a place
Alignment.
whereby they've made us to be aligned to a certain extent.
That's
so
amazing.
those frictions and those misunderstandings and whatsoever the cases aziseko because umuntu nomuntu uyazi ukuthi yebo ngithwasile but ngiholwa ngamakhehla akithi.
Yo, yes, there's been so much that we've unpacked, and I just feel like it's kind of snani.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping there'll be a part two because I feel like there's still more that I actually wanted to ask you, and I would have loved for you to share Nabantu because you are quite open in the public space as well. And I think I love how you carry yourself, the way as you also do things with your husband as well. How you guys carry impande yenu. Like it speaks a lot, you can see there's a woman touch. Like you say, you guys ne understandana. So I think I would love us very good to part 2.
Yeah.
So that we unpack certain things because you've unpacked who you are from both angles. And I would love people to see Uguchi, you are also a mother, you know.
Of course.
So yeah, I think, but I'd say I'll leave it here for now. And I want to say thank you so much for honoring the invite. I know you're not someone who tend to open up about your personal life.
At all.
And I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Ngathi uNkulunkulu angakubusisa khambele phambili namadlozi wakho, and everything that your heart desires. Ngathi yazi baphambili udlule.
Makhosi.
Like in every aspect, what you've studied for, what you've always believed ukuthi you are that person. I want you to operate in that space ukuthi bakhulise nawe ubese. I want to see more, man. I think there's more that you have to give.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see. But I think one last thing from your side, anything maybe you want to leave us with that people must know ngawe, just as we wrap up.
Okay, can you say that again?
One last thing that you want people out there ababhekile today, that you want to leave them with mhlambe message of some sort.
Ubuke wathi kum apha ezinsukwini, what has been a question that you have never been asked before?
Correct. Yeah.
And in all these public platforms that I've been invited to,
nobody
has ever asked me into yoba naledi okanye khanya okanye gogo.
Yeah.
Are you ever tempted uyekela ubungoma ukubuyela back ebuzalwaneni full time?
Yeah.
I think they've never asked me that question and ngizoyiphendula.
Okay.
Look, there are times whereby I feel like ngathi bekulula kakhulu kwelicala.
Yeah.
Ngathi izinto bezihamba kahle bezigijima kahle.
Yeah.
Ngapha kwelicala inzondo ini ukusukelwa nani. I feel like, look, angikhulumi kabi.
Yeah.
Izangoma, okay, mangiqale kanje. Abazalwane vele ukukhohlakala banako.
True.
Banako. Lapha ngeke ngiyibalekelele.
Hayi banako vele.
Bakhohlakela abazalwane.
Very judgmental also.
But uyabona ebungomeni. Hayi, hlala phansi. Hayi khona.
I know, trust me, ziyakhala.
Inyoka izangoma. Awungizwanga mnganami.
Angikuzwa kahle. I know.
Yeah, but more than anything, I feel like God is assisting me to make it a point that both of these worlds are still aligned.
Good.
Ngizoze ngiyofa ngingumzalwane ongumngoma. Zombini. Because I feel like in my world they go together.
True.
One last thing that I want to say to the people that are watching, it's basically a word of encouragement, or let me say it's a quote that keeps me going as a young person. Because I feel like a lot of times when God is taking us to a certain direction, we miss the turn that we're supposed to take, or the curve that we're supposed to take, we miss it. Umlungu, okanye umngesi, waye wathi, an opportunity is missed by most people because it is wrapped in overalls and it looks like hard work.
Sure.
I'll repeat
so
that.
Profound.
An opportunity is missed by most people because it is wrapped in overalls and it looks like hard work. Into engathi izokusa ekukhanyeni never looks easy. The same way that the gift of healing looked crusty and, every bad word that I can use, kanti ingisa towards a particular direction. Every opportunity, not just in the fraternity of healing, it comes wrapped in overalls and it looks like hard work.
True.
Only until when you penetrate through it, you get to understand that it's not as hard as I thought it was. And it is surely going to yield me to a beautiful destination. And to everyone that is still skeptical of accepting their callings because of what people are saying, abantu bazokhuluma kuze kuyovalwa.
True.
Kuthiwa umlomo wasikwa wapholo ukuthi azakhuluma. So I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, wherever you are, and you are still stagnant in your life because you don't want to accept your calling, ixesha lilina ngawena. Ixesha liyahamba, time is ticking. God bless you all, and
Enkosi Sithanda Sam, thank you so much for honoring the invite. It was really lovely to have you here as well. And guys, I think you guys heard a lot from, I call it everything, mina akusugogo, I just call it umngani wami ukhanya, everything. She had a lot to say, and I hope you guys took out something from today's episode actually. And yeah, please don't forget to go and like, subscribe, comment. We would really appreciate what you have to say. Give us your thoughts about what you thought about the episode. And yeah, from your girl B, adios, I'm out.